Hello and welcome to Mankato, Minnesota. You're watching the 2023 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship right here on the Gremlins Network. I'm Jim Flanagan here with the production crew. Luciano Lofrano and his wife Carol doing all the heavy lifting. I've got the best seat in the house and I'm happy to share it with you. Glad you could join us from wherever you may be watching. 9 o'clock game, a little bit late getting started. The other games ran over. We'll recap some of those for you, but on the field for this one will be the New York Gremlins, currently the #1 ranked team in the world on a 26-game winning streak. We've mentioned it before, they dropped the very first game of the season and have been unbeaten ever since. The Gremlins will be the home team. Let's set them for you defensively. Familiar cast of characters around the horn at third, starting Jerome Remakey. Cole Evans, the shortstop. Blake Hunter will be starting at second base in this one. Blake with a home run in this morning's game. Eric Ochoa over on the first base bag. Nick Mullins behind the plate, and young 19-year-old pitching sensation from Australia, Jack Besgrove. In the outfield, the regular crew, it's Matthew Waugh in left, Benny Noka in right field, and Brian Avery in right, as he was this morning. Zenon Winters will be the DP when the Gremlins bat. The offense for the OMMA Tigres from Monterrey, Mexico. They'll start things off with Abelardo Panuelas. He'll be followed by Alan Osuna. Junior Flores will hit third. Daniel Durazo will bat cleanup. First pitch of the game is off the plate for a ball. So Durazo in the cleanup spot. Carlos Menchaca hitting fifth. Jesus Cardona sixth. Ernesto Sanchez, the catcher, batting seventh. Ruben Delgadillo hitting eighth. And Jonathan Cardona batting ninth. In case you're wondering, the Cardonas are indeed brothers, or in their country, hermanos. A number of national team players for Team Mexico on the field for these Tigres. Both of these teams coming off first game wins. The Tigres with a win over the Kegel Black Knights. Swing and a miss on that one. The Gremlins, a big 14-0 win this morning over the Marchio Sausage Squad. Gremlins scoring 10 runs in their third inning. That put that one away. Andrew Kirkpatrick going the distance, throwing a 4-hit shutout. Meanwhile, down on strikes goes Panuelas looking. So the first out of the game recorded. First strikeout for Besgrove. He has been a strikeout machine this year. 108 strikeouts coming in, so that's number 109 in about 50-plus innings of work. So averaging pretty much 2 strikeouts per inning over the course of the 26-game run that the Gremlins have had. Jack's ERA at game time is 0.78. Very good strikeout to walk ratio, both he and Kirkpatrick. They are the mainstays for this Gremlin squad. Pablo Migliavaca throwing 30-some-odd innings as well. And the fourth pitcher, Samuel Villalvaso. Just underway. If you just joined us, you haven't missed much. A 9 p.m. game not starting till a little bit after 9:30. At the plate right now is Alan Osuna. He is playing right field for the Tigres in this one. That one's a good one on the outside edge. Besgrove painting the corners. Defense for the Gremlins straight away. Corners even or maybe a step back of the bag is Ochoa at first for the lefty. There's a high hopper to Remakey, but it'll be foul. Great picture on your screen. Hope you're enjoying all the action, courtesy of Softball Premier TV. And as we mentioned, Luciano Lofrano doing the production on this one. There you enjoy the aerial view from the drone camera. Little change-up missing in on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second batter of the game just underway. High pop foul. Remakey gives chase but runs out of real estate over there at third. Bounces beyond the dugout on the third base side. Gremlins in their evening black jerseys. Tigres red on white. High hopper. Mullins comes out, but it's Bisgrove picks it up and throws. Not in time. Good effort by Bisgrove, but hustling down the line is Osuna. There you see the replay. Just a high hop. By the time it comes down, he's already there. So Osuna with a single. And that'll bring up Junior Flores. Flores, one of the members of this Tigre squad that also plays on the Mexican national team. That one's a good outside rise ball on the outside edge for a called strike. Eric Ochoa, the first baseman for the Gremlins, played for the Mexican national team back when. Has been a long-standing member now of Team USA. Eric hailing from the Mexicali area, a little bit south of San Diego. Now makes his home in San Diego. The Tigres from Monterrey, Mexico. That is in the state of Nuevo León. Foul tip down to second. Or no foul tip, I guess just a swinging strike. So down to second goes Osuna. Slides in safely. So the Tigres from Nueva León, which in English means simply New Lions. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball, up and away from the right-hander. So 2 outs recorded by Bisgrove, both on strikeouts. And it'll be up to the designated player, Daniel Durazo, for the Tigres. Durazo doubles as a first baseman, but he gets the DP duties for this one, just swinging a stick. He'll try and get Osuna home. Little drop ball on the outside edge from Bisgrove. 19 years old, already with 2 gold medals in his collection. The Men's World Cup and then the 23 and under. Swing and a miss, changeup, took a little bit off that one. Way out in front was Durazo. He's got the full repertoire, up, down, change. He'll move it in and out, up and down. Nick Mullins, the veteran catcher, doing the job of pitch calling for the Gremlins. That one's upstairs. Durazo lays off the high one. Pretty good crowd filling in here for the nightcap games. Some of the Elite 8 in the winner's bracket playing tonight. Little lazy rise ball, stays upstairs for a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and Osuna still down at second base. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. So he takes him up the grain elevator. Down on strikes goes Durazo. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Jack Bisgrove. For the Tigres, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We'll head to the home half of the first inning and get our first look at the New York Gremlins right after this. Home half of the first inning for the New York Gremlins. We'll get to their batting order in a moment, but let's set the OMMA Tigres for you defensively. Around the infield, it'll be Junior Flores over at third base. Jesus Cardona at shortstop, Carlos Menchaca at second, and Ruben Delgadillo over at first. Behind the plate doing the catching, Ernesto Sanchez. And in the circle pitching, Juanjo Pepe. Juanjo Pepe doing the pitching for the Tigres. The outfield left to right, it's Abayardo Penuelas in left field, Jonathan Cardona in center, and Alan Osuna over in right field. We mentioned the Cardonas are brothers. The older of the two is the shortstop Jesus. The younger is Jonathan in center field. Both of them members of the Mexican national team. There's the offensive lineup batting order for the Gremlins you see on the screen. Matthew Waugh in a familiar leadoff role. Jerome Remakey second. Inoka will bat third. Eric Ochoa in the cleanup spot. Zenon Winters, the Z-Man, in the DP spot, batting fifth. Cole Evans will bat sixth. Avery seventh. In the eighth spot will be Blake Hunter. And Nick Mullins in the ninth spot. There we have the first pitch into Matthew Waugh. Matthew at the top of the leaders chart for the Gremlins in virtually all of the offensive categories. He has the most hits on the team, now with 29 after this morning's game added in. He's also got 15 walks to go with that, so you can imagine what that on-base percentage looks like. He is also leading, to no one's surprise, in runs scored. Hard hopper out to second, picks it up and flips it over for the easy out. That is Carlos Menchaca over to Ruben Delgadillo for the 4-3 put out. So with one out, that'll bring up Jerome Remakey. Want to send a quick hello to Terry Remakey, Jerome's father, watching from Auckland, New Zealand, or somewhere thereabouts. A good game time instead of having to stay up so late. It's the middle of the afternoon over there. It's just tomorrow. Good pitch on the outside edge. Good location from Juanjo Pepe. Couple three Argentine players on this squad as well. Gia Schialacomo not starting in this one, but he is a member of this squad. Rise ball stays upstairs. The manager for the Tigre team, Gustavo Guarnieri, also hailing from Argentina. Downstairs and away, Remakey lays off that one. Remakey, one of three players on this Gremlin squad with 7 home runs on the year. He and Inoka started the day with 7. Blake Hunter had 6 and hit one out in the morning game, so they're all at 7. Little slow roller up along first foul. Jerome seems to favor the 3-run variety. He's done it 3 times already this year. Twice on the final day at the Peligro Cup. Ball outside off the plate, so 3-2 on Jerome. Not surprisingly, drawing a good number of walks as well is Remakey. He's got 13 walks to go with his 24 hits. 3-2 pitch from Juanjo Pepe, swing and a miss. Good location, good movement on the ball. So 2 up and down quickly. Here you watch the replay, watch the location on this one. Down and away, the bottom falls out. So 2 quick outs for Juanjo Pepe. And that'll bring up Ben Inoka. Benny, as we mentioned, 7 home runs on the year. Misses inside is Juanjo Pepe. The Tigres coming off a win over Kegel Black Knights. The Gremlins coming off a win this morning over Marcio Sausage of Minnesota. High stays up out of the zone. The Gremlins come into this game ranked number 1. The Tigres ranked number 11. Pitch on the way, that one right down the middle. So some pretty good pitches thus far in the early going from Juanjo Pepe for the Tigres. Misses inside, Inoka lays off. 3 balls and 1 strike to Ben. Ben 8 walks on the year to go with his 22 hits. High hopper, it's going to be foul. Sanchez will pick it up and throw, but we'll come back and do it again. Some other good winners bracket games out here this evening at 7 o'clock on the diamond that we're playing on at the moment. AWP, a winner over the Niagara Stompers. So on paper, at least, something of an upset. The AWP Lumberjacks came in as the number 7 ranked team, knocking off the number 2 Niagara Stompers by a score of 4-1. Meanwhile, that pitch misses downstairs, and Inoka, the first runner of the game for the Gremlins. Eric Ochoa will step in. Eric with the big game today against Marcio Sausage, had 3 RBIs in that 14-0 win. The Gremlins scoring 10 runs on 9 hits in that 3rd inning, put that game away early. Good pitch right down the middle. Ochoa with the wide open stance. Looks at the rise ball up and out of the zone. Defense for the Tigres straight away. Corners even with the bag. Inoka with pretty good speed over at first base. That one's hit into the gap in left center field. It's going to take a hop and bounce off the fence. Coming around third is Inoka. He'll score. And just like that, the Gremlins are on the board. RBI double by Eric Ochoa. Let's watch the replay. See the location. Gets it up in the zone, and Ochoa, as he loves to do, goes the other way. One hopper off the fence, and the Gremlins are on the board. So the batter will be Zenon Winters. Zenon, the designated player in this one, comes in with a sizzling .418 batting average. 23 hits and 55 at-bats. Zenon was the most valuable player in the Peligro Cup tournament in New York City towards the start of the season. Has been swinging a hot bat virtually the whole year. Foul straight back to the screen, just missed that one. So Eric Ochoa with the first RBI of the game. That's 4 on the day for Eric. Winters, 14 RBIs. He's been platooned. He'll see some duty in right field and the DP spot. A few less at-bats than some of the other fellows, but very good run production numbers out of Zenon. Foul tip, swings at the rise ball. That one's going to carry just over to the left of our booth. We're sitting up behind home plate on the second level. Kind of a loge seat we have here. So Juanjo Pepe ahead 0-2 here against Zenon Winters. Winters, longtime member of Team Australia. Lays off the changeup outside. Pepe trying to get him to chase. Takes a little bit off of that one. The long look from Juanjo Pepe now. The 1-2 pitch. Just inside. We talked about it this morning. The Gremlins, a very patient team. They make the pitchers work. They've drawn plenty of walks, which only complicates things for the pitchers. Ochoa looking in from second. Winters fouls that one up and over. We'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Number 4, Bear Creek Express taking on number 5, Circle Tap. That's going on this evening, same time as this one. So a great matchup there of top 5 ranked teams. Bear Creek, the only team to beat the New York Gremlins all season long. Foul tipped again, so Winters having some good hacks up there. Winters did not play in the morning game, so he is fresh and ready here. Deuces across the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grounder to second off the glove, over to short. They'll throw back to third, but everybody's safe. Tough play to make. We'll see it on the replay, but Winters with an infield single. After fouling off a number of pitches, goes to second base, but he had to go way over towards the bag. So an infield single for Winters. Ochoa over to third, and it'll be up to Cole Evans, the shortstop, to try and get another run home for the Gremlins. Evans coming in with a .362 batting average tonight. Hard one into the shortstop, and they flip it over to second for the out. Great defensive play over there by Jesus Cardona. Enjoy that one on the replay. Looked like a sure hit in the hole. Grabbed it, flipped back to the bag, and the side is retired. The Gremlins get a run, though. The RBI double from Eric Ochoa. We'll head back to the Tigres with the Gremlins leading 1-0. We'll be right back. Top half of the second inning for the OMMA Tigres. They'll send up 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order. 5, 6, and 7. That'll be Carlos Menchaca, Jesus Cardona, and Ernesto Sanchez. So at the plate right now, Carlos Menchaca. 3 strikeouts in the first inning for Bestgrove as he goes to work here in the second. In for a called strike. Menchaca with an interesting batting grip there. You see giving up a little bit on the bat, and the hands don't appear to be quite together. A little Ty Cobb-esque. Looking to make some contact. Little change-up away for a ball off the plate. Andrew Kirkpatrick picking up the win this morning. 4-hit shutout, 10 strikeouts in just 4 innings of play in the run-shortened game. Menchaca swings and misses as the bottom falls out. Bestgrove doing a little bit of housekeeping out there on the pitching area, trying to get comfortable. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up high, looked like it took a little bit off the rise ball there. So the count full. Popped up on the left side, that'll be out of play. Taking a peek over my shoulder, the Express and Circle Tap Dukes. Bear Creek Express from Ontario, Canada. There in the first inning, someone is up 1-0. We'll try and get an update, or you might pick that up on the scoreboard on Game Changer or elsewhere. This game also being live scored on Game Changer. We thank Greg Neidick for all of his work on the Game Changer app. I know you fans enjoy it. Helps you follow along, helps us also up here in the booth. 3-2 again. Pop-up foul will reset. So Menchaca having himself a pretty good at-bat, making some contact with the batting grip and the choked up hands. That looks like all he's trying to do. Put it in play, a good changeup, but it misses. So after all of that, Menchaca aboard with a leadoff walk. So the batter for the Tigres, Jesus Cardona, the shortstop, Mexican national team player. That one away, up and away for a ball. Misses away again. If you're following along for the tournament, started with 20 teams. It's essentially a bracket of 16 slots. There were 4 teams that had play-in games. So after 1 win each, these 2 teams are in the Elite 8 of the winner's bracket. Off on the pitch and thrown out at second. Right on the money, Nick Mullins to Cole Evans for the out, 2-6. There you see the replay, the throw, and Cole Evans just dropping it right down on the runner for the tag. Pretty good slide, almost getting in safely. 2-1 pitch. Misses up in for a called strike. So 2-6 on the throw out if you're keeping score with us at home. Grounder foul. One of the other elite games, Elite 8 games, featuring number 3 ranked Hill United and number 14 ranked Chippers, Wander Spring Chippers. The Chippers with probably the biggest upset of the tournament thus far. They knocked off JB Painting. JB came in as the number 6 ranked team. So the number 14 team knocking off number 6. Swing and a miss on a good roundhouse rise ball. up and away from the lefty. Watch on the replay. You'll see the ball elevate. Bestgrove getting under it. No chance of catching up with that one. So 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Ernesto Sanchez. Sanchez, the catcher for this Tigre team, also a member of the Mexican national team. Hard grounder foul up along first. So Bestgrove working to Sanchez, the 0-1 pitch. Just off the plate outside. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Same pitch that he got Cardona on, maybe a little bit higher up and out of the zone. One-two pitch now. Little change up, misses downstairs for the ball. Hard hopper out to short, knocked down by Evans. Can't hold on to it, rolls into center field. Tough chance for Cole Evans. Good piece of hitting by Sanchez here, you see on the replay. Hard hit ball over to his right. Couldn't flag it down. Does keep the ball from going any further. So Sanchez aboard. And looks like maybe a runner for him at first base, I presume, on the 2-out catcher rule. And the batter, Ruben Delgadillo. Delgadillo, the first baseman for the Tigres. Can't quite see the number of the runner, but does not appear to be Sanchez running with 2 outs. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball away from the lefty outside part of the plate. Bestgrove with a couple of most valuable pitching awards on the 2023 season. He was named that in the first tournament of the year up in Simcoe, Ontario. Swing and a miss on a rise ball again. Also the most valuable pitcher in the Boys of Summer tournament just a few weeks ago in Denmark, Wisconsin, defeating Hill United in the championship game of that one. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Delgadillo. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 5 on the day so far for young Jack Bestgrove. We'll be back with the home half right after this. Home half of the second inning for the Gremlins. They'll send up 7, 8, 9. That's Brian Avery, Blake Hunter, and Nick Mullins. The Gremlins getting a run on the board in the first. Juanjo Pepe retired the first couple of Gremlins, but Inoka drawing the walk. And then Eric Ochoa with a one-hopper off the fence in left center field driving him home. That's where we are right now, 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's Brian Avery. Avery, a member of Team Canada, having himself a good season. Avery sporting a batting average of .396. He's got 21 hits on the year in just 53 at-bats. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball from Pepe. Avery not able to catch up with that one. Good hard stuff. Good over the top drop, good location. So up and down from Juanjo Pepe. Avery in a hole, 1-2. Hard liner out to center field. He'll make the big turn at first, and he's aboard with a single. You'll see on the replay that ball was up in the zone, but he just went up and tomahawked it, hit a hard liner right out to center field. So Avery aboard. His British Columbian counterpart, Blake Hunter, will step in. In for a call, strike on the outside part of the plate. Hunter, we mentioned, with a home run in this morning's game, a towering shot to left field that just carried right out of the ballpark. He now has 7, even though he's got half the number of at-bats of the other offensive leaders. Hunter's got the funniest looking stat line that you can imagine. He's got 11 hits on the year and only 1 single. He's got 3 doubles and 7 home runs. Need an extra base hit? Call Hunter. High pop up in the infield. Sanchez going back. He'll make the catch for the out. Avery staying right there at first base. And Nick Mullins will be the batter with 1 out. .45 home runs on the season for the Gremlins. Everybody in the starting lineup has at least one. Mullins getting his a week or 2 ago. Little slow roller to second base. They'll look to the runner, go back to first for the out. Avery heads up running down there, gets to the bag quickly. There you see the replay, just a little tapper out to second base. So we'll be back to the top of the shop for Matthew Waugh. Waugh getting his second at bat. He grounded to second his first time up. So 2 outs in the inning. Splits the uprights with that one for a called strike. I want to say a quick hello to Rich Markham looking on. Happy to have you with us in our viewing audience. Hope you're enjoying all of the action back home. In on the outside part of the plate, Juanjo Pepe, good location. So 0-2, advantage Pepe. Way upstairs for a ball. Looks to be overthrowing the rise just a little bit. Very effective with the pitches in and out. It's the rise ball that comes in not looking like a strike, so most of the hitters laying off. One-two pitch. Foul straight back. Matthew just missing that one. Hill United and the Wander Springs Chippers playing on the other diamond. They look to be in the 5th inning. See if we can't get a score from that one. Looks to be 13-1. Pepe takes a little bit too much time, and Matthew will step out and reset. Pepe pretty effective through the first time through the Gremlins order. Just the 1 run surrendered so far. Ball away outside. So that'll even the count at 2-2. 2 outs, and still down at second base is Brian Avery. Two-two pitch, way upstairs again for a ball. That's the rise ball we talked about. Has to look a bit more like a strike for the hitters to chase. They've been able to lay off it, so the count now full to Matthew Waugh. Juanjo Pepe working very deliberately, and once again time is called. Takes a little bit too much time. A bit of cat and mouse perhaps, trying to do something to disrupt this New York Gremlin offense. Now he's set and ready. Ball 4. So Matthew Waugh once again working the walk. That on-base percentage continues to climb. Jerome Remakey will step in now with another RBI opportunity. He is at the top of the RBI list for the Gremlins. Remakey, a strikeout victim last time up, looks at a ball off the outside edge. Ball away. Ben Inoka on deck. If we get that far, he'll be next. Remakey lays off another one away. So Pepe trying to pitch out of a bit of trouble here with 2 outs in the second inning. Avery at second, Matthew Waugh with good speed over at first. Delgadillo way back of the bag at first base. Hard one foul up along the right side. So the defense of the Tigres giving Remakey plenty of room over on the right side. He can go the other way with it, but it's the pitches in his wheelhouse that he does the most damage with. So Delgadillo well back of the bag at first. Second baseman Menchaca shaded a little bit up the middle. A little gap in between the two of them. That one's hit deep center field, going back and just watching it sail over both fences. Home run, Jerome Remakey. He got a pitch up, and you could see it was gone from the minute it left the bat. Coming around to score. Cashing in those base runners is Jerome Remakey. Watch the replay. If we get to see that again. It was up and then it was out of here. There's the replay. No doubt about it. He knew it. Everybody in the park knew it. 3-run homer. Signature home run by Remakey. At least his 4th 3-run shot of the season. He now leads the team with 8 home runs on the year. And here's Ben Inoka. Inoka fouls that one out of play on the right side. You know, almost unfair to Inoka, a guy who typically gets loads of RBIs, but seems like every time he comes to the plate following Remakey, it's bases empty after home runs like that last one. Believe it or not, Benny still has 22 RBIs to go with those 7 home runs. Rise ball away and up. So after getting through the Gremlin order, only giving up the 1 run the first time through, Pepe suffering the sting of a 3-run homer by Jerome Remakey. Tigres now trailing 4-0 here in the 2nd inning. 2-2 to Inoka. Hard grounder right along the third baseline down in the corner. Benny will take a big turn at first base. A good defensive play by Penuelas. Cutting it off, looked to be a double in the corner. Here you see the replay. Hard shot. And Penuelas, good defense in left field. Benny Inoka aboard for the 2nd time today. And it'll be Eric Ochoa. Eric with the RBI double to left center his first time up. That put the Gremlins on the board. 39-foot drop in the dirt. Good smother job by Sanchez keeping Inoka at first base. Ochoa 3 RBI in this morning's game, 1 more tonight. Seeing the ball very well. Lays off the little change drop away. Another one of those pitches that's just not close enough to the strike zone, doesn't look enough like a strike for the hitters to be swinging. Hard grounder to second, fielded over to first for the 4-3 putout. So the side retired, but not before the Gremlins add a big 3 spot. Jerome Remakey with a 3-run homer. Gremlins on top 4-0. We'll be back for the top half of the 3rd right after this. Top half of the 3rd inning, it'll be 9-1-2 for the OMMA Tigres. That means Jonathan Cardona, the center fielder. He'll be followed back at the top of the order. Abelardo Penuelas and Alan Osuna. 4-0 Gremlins here in the 3rd. Good pitch in for a call strike. Jonathan, we mentioned the younger of the two Cardona brothers, both members of the Mexican national team. Jonathan is 27 years old. His brother, shortstop Jesus Cardona, is 32. You see Cardona using that choked up batting grip. Also the hands separated just a little bit. Trying to make some contact, as did Menchaca, but he's down on strikes and knew it. In for a third strike, 1 out in the inning. That's 6 strikeouts on the day thus far for Jack Besgrove. So back to the top of the order we go to Abayardo Penuelas. Penuelas, the left fielder for this Tigre team. And he also showing that choked up grip. Trying to make some contact, shows bunt, pulls back. The ball stays up and out of the zone. Ochoa and Remakey in a couple 3 steps from the bags on their respective corners. Change up, a good one. He holds up, gets just a piece of it. Just when you think you have his pitches timed, he'll pull the string like that one. 1-1 pitch to Penuelas, shows bunt, gets it down. Remakey comes up throwing just in time. Good defensive play by Remakey. Bang bang play over at first base. Got the bunt down, a good one, but Remakey playing in, comes up throwing hard, and the out is recorded. 2 outs. So the batter, Alan Osuna. Osuna with a base hit, his first time up. Swing and a miss on the changeup, way out in front. Good hard one on the outside edge for a called strike. 0-2 advantage, Jack Besgrove. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Strikeout number 7 already for Jack Besgrove, and the side retired. For the Tigres, no runs, no hits, and no one left. To the home half of the third we go. Near Gremlins 4. And the OMMA Tigres from Monterrey, Mexico, nothing. Home half of the third inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Gremlins. That means Zenon Winters, Cole Evans, and Brian Avery. Juanjo Pepe, the starter for the Tigres, still in the circle. Pitching pretty effectively against the Gremlins. The 3-run homer, the lone exception, a mistake pitch that cost him 3 runs. He got through the batting order the first time, surrendering just 1 run. Oh, comes inside and hits him. He was already at the head of the class of the hit by pitch category. Now another. There you see the replay. No chance to get out of the way of that one. All you can do is turn and protect. Zenon with that stance on top of the plate. Sees the ball very well from that position, but taking the hit by pitch. It'll be up to Cole Evans now. Try and move Zenon Winters around. Good hard drop on the outside edge for a called strike. Maybe his best pitch that he's had tonight, that hard downer on the outside edge of the right-handers. Let's see if he comes again with it. There it is again, just off the plate. So trying to build on the success of that first pitch, but the count now 1-1. Winters, a veteran over at first, but still runs well. Upstairs, the rise ball away. Evans lays off. Ryan Avery will be next. Corner infielders for the Tigres, even with the bag. Hard one down the middle. At the high end of the zone, Evans having a quick chat with the umpire. I think just checking location on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cole Evans. Hard grounder foul over on the left side. You're watching the Men's Major National Championship from Mankato, Minnesota. I'm Jim Flanagan here on the Gremlins Network. Happy to have you Night Owls following along with us back home. 9 o'clock scheduled start. This one got started late, so probably looking at the midnight hour before we finish up. Deep to left field, back over the head of Penuelas and back over the fence. 2-run homer by Cole Evans. Looked like a 3-wood shot, just went out on a line. Penuelas went back, but no chance to get it. It just sailed on out. Hard hit ball by Cole Evans. And the Gremlins on top, 6-0. There you see it up in the zone. Penuelas gave chase, but that ball got out of here before he could get back to the fence. So with the bases cleared, Brian Avery will step in. Drop ball just missing away from Pepe. Little change drop missing downstairs. It's been a difficult season for pitchers facing the New York Gremlins. Not too many solo runs being scored. It seems like they come in bunches. Tonight, Remakey, a 3-run shot. And now Cole Evans adding a 2 spot. Gonzalo Masmu coming out on deck, so it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. That one's hit into shallow center field. Easy can of corn out there for Jonathan Cardona for the out. So first out of the inning recorded, and it'll be Masmu to hit for Blake Hunter. Masmu, a member of the bench for the New York Gremlins, getting an at-bat here and making the most of all of his at-bats this season. He's hitting over 500, as is his counterpart, Tane Mumu, another one of the fine youngsters. Masmu hailing from Argentina, Mumu from New Zealand. But they make the most of their starts. They each have 7 hits, both of them with averages above 500. Hard one in the dirt. So if you're keeping score with us at home, it's Masmu batting in place of Blake Hunter. Nick Mullins on deck. The 0-2 pitch way upstairs for a ball. At one point on the season, Masmu was something like 7 for 7, had 1,000 batting average. I said it loud enough for him to hear when he was having his 8th at bat. I think I jinxed him. 1-2 pitch. Off the plate away, lays off. So the count even at 2-2. Blake Hunter and Ladislao Malarchuk with home runs this morning. Remakey and Cole Evans with home runs tonight. Rise ball upstairs again, so the count runs to full. High in the infield, it'll be Menchaca at second base, backing up onto the grass and makes the catch for out number 2. Just got a little bit under it, did Gonzalo Masmu. Nick Mullins will be the batter. Mullins a ground out to second, his first time up. Rise ball up and out of the zone. The winner of this game will advance to a game in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 2 p.m. local time. They'll take on the winner of the Bear Creek Express Circle Tap game underway. That one's a nail-biter, still a 1-0 game over there in the 3rd inning. That's number 4 against number 5 in the rankings. So each step of the way for these teams advancing here in Mankato, getting progressively tougher. Down the middle for a called strike. 3-1 on Mullins. Matthew Waugh waiting on deck if we get that far. Mullins looking very relaxed at the plate. 3-1 pitch. In for a call strike, so 3-2. Pepe got through the batting order the first time, only surrendering 1 run to the Gremlins. It's been the second time through that has proved more difficult. Mullins with a walk. Good at bat by Nick Mullins. Matthew Waugh will be the batter. Coming on to run for Nick Mullins on the 2-out catcher rule is Tane Mumu, the fine young player from New Zealand. 2-out catcher rule, of course, to allow the catcher to head back to the dugout, start getting his gear on to avoid any delays of the game. Mumu with great speed, runs the bases very well. Here's Matthew Waugh. First pitch swinging, a little flare down the line. Panuelas gives chase, but it's foul. Way inside and upstairs. One pitch to Waugh, misses away. high in the infield. Going over is the first baseman, and he'll make the catch for the out. That ball looked to be off behind the dugout, but came back in a little bit towards the tail end. Side retired for the Gremlins, but 2 big runs on the Cole Evans shot. We'll be back with the Tigres half right after this. That's Junior Flores, Daniel Durazo, and Carlos Menchaca. Jack Besgrove, the starter for the Gremlins, still in the circle. Missing just off the plate with that one. 19 years of age. He'll turn 20 before the year is out, but he has turned heads everywhere he has been pitching. I want to say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Besgrove, Kelly, his mother, and Mr. Besgrove watching from back home. As we mentioned, Jack hailing from Australia, one of 3 Australians on this Gremlin team. Missing just inside with that one. Missing upstairs, and an uncharacteristic walk issued. Leadoff pass to Mr. Flores. So the batter will be cleanup hitter Daniel Durazo. Daniel doing the DP duties here. Designated player for the Tigres. Hard grounder foul up along the right side. Chases his first base coach out of the box. Late on the swing, but pretty good contact from Daniel. In for a called strike. The Tigres, a big winner yesterday over the Kegel Black Knights. That was a seesaw battle at one point. Kegel led 6-4, but the Tigres continued to hammer away in the late innings, came back to win that game to earn a spot in this one. Hard one off the screen, foul. 6-0 Gremlins, 4th inning in this 9 p.m. scheduled starter from here in Mankato, Minnesota. Hard grounder to third. Remakey picks it up, goes to second to Masmu, and Masmu sails it over the head of Ochoa. Nice turn by Remakey, getting the ball over to get the lead runner. Masmu trying to do 2 things at once, trying to get out of the way of the runner. You'll see on the replay. Goes up high, but not able to come across with the throw. So fielder's choice for Durazo. The out recorded at second. And the batter will be Carlos Menchaca. Looks at a strike on the outside edge. Menchaca, one of a couple players on this Tigre team to use that choked up grip. hands apart, trying to make contact. Looks to be a substitution for Durazo over at first base. See if we can pick up the number on that player. Where's the ticker when we need it? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lofrano. Ball upstairs for a ball. Swing and a miss on the rise ball, a good one. Tried to slap at it, took a full swing, came up empty. 1-2 now on Menchaca. In on the outside edge for a called strike as he paints the outside part of that plate. So down goes Menchaca. Watch the location on this pitch. Good frame job by Nick Mullins. So the batter, Jesus Cardona, the shortstop for the Tigres. Swing and a miss late is Cardona. Change up and a beauty, swing and a miss by Cardona. That strikeout of Menchaca was number 7 on the night for young Jack Besgrove. Working ahead here, 0-2. Off on the pitch, down to second, but it's in for a called third, and the side retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 8 on the day so far for young Jack Besgrove. For the Tigres in the inning, no runs, no hits, a man left. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. 6-0 Gremlins on top of the OMMA Tigres from Monterrey, Mexico. Home half of the 4th inning, pitching change for the OMMA Tigres. That looks to be young Lucas Kubat from the Czech Republic coming on in place of Juanjo Pepe. So you can close the book on Pepe after 3 innings, surrendering the 6 runs on just 4 hits. Pretty good outing by Juanjo Pepe, with the exception of the home run ball that proved to be his demise. The Gremlins scoring 1 in the first on the RBI double from Ochoa. 3 runs in the second on the 3-run homer by Remakey. And then 2 more in the third on the 2-run homer from Cole Evans. That's where we are right now as we head to the home half of the 4th. 2-3-4 for the Gremlins. Remakey, Inoka, and Ochoa. Want to send a quick hello to our sponsor, Bruce Tansky. Thank him for all he has done to make these broadcasts possible here on the Gremlins Network. Good pitch on the outside edge from the young left-hander. Pretty good location against Remakey. It's balls in that he does the most damage on. Downstairs, a 39-foot drop. Hard one right back to the pitcher, off of him over to second, and they'll make the play. 1-4-3 on that shot. Nice defensive play by second baseman Carlos Menchaca. Right at Lucas, got a little piece of it, slowed it down. And Menchaca making it look like a routine play over at second base with a good throw to get Remakey. One more time on that replay. Beautiful slow-mo work there. Boy, you see it. Just about took him out. 1-4-3. Looks to be okay. He'll take a couple of warm-up tosses just to make sure. And looks to be no worse for wear. Lucas, one of the fine group of young players coming out of the Czech Republic. They were World Cup playoff qualifiers in 2019 in Prague. They once again European champions this summer. That's the 6th time they've claimed the European Championship as the dominant team in the Euro circuit. Beninoka takes one down the heart of Main Street for a called strike. Kubat working a little more quickly than did Juanjo Pepe. Wastes no time. He's got the sign, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Change up and a beauty. Floats that one right down the middle. You could see the reaction from Inoka. Looked like he saw it, picked it up as a change-up, but too late to do anything about it. So Kubat ahead 1-2. The finesse left-hander for the Tigres. Swing and a miss. Gets Benny on the rise ball away. Inoka down on strikes. Good location up and away from Inoka. So 2 quick outs for the young left-hander. It'll be Eric Ochoa trying to get something started here in the 4th for the Gremlins. Ball off the plate away. Delgadillo at first, a couple of steps behind the bag. But it's the 5.5 hole, I think, they have to protect against. Over on the left side, Cardona and Flores over there. Misses away with another one, 2-0 on Ochoa. Zenon Winters will be next if we get that far. Kubat now set and ready. 2-0 pitch to Ochoa. Call strike. That last pitch a little bit up in the strike zone. Probably not the pitch that Ochoa wanted anyway. 2-1 now the count. Downstairs for a ball. Ochoa with 11 walks on the season to go with his 23 hits. So a patient hitter. 3-1 from Kubat. In on the outside edge. Good location by the left-hander. 3-2 now on Eric Ochoa. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Beautiful pitch from the lefty. So Lucas Kubat does exactly what he's asked to do. Comes in and registers a 1-2-3 inning for the Gremlins in the 4th. No runs, no hits, and no one left. To the top half of the 5th we go. 6-0 Gremlins over the OMMA Tigres. We'll be back with more. Don't go away. half of the fifth inning for the Tigres. It'll be 7-8-9. That's Sanchez, Delgadillo, and Jonathan Cardona. 7, 8, and 9. First pitch from Bestgrove in for a call strike. Sanchez reached on an infield single to short last time up. Lays off the changeup, so the count even at 1-1. Good drop ball on the outside edge for a called strike. So Bestgrove ahead on Sanchez, 1-2. Defense for the Gremlins straight away. Corners even with the bags. Tries to check his swing. They'll go to first for the call. No, he didn't go. So the count on Sanchez now at 2-2. In for a call third, and I think he knew it. Heads back to the dugout. That's strikeout number 9 on the night for young Jack Bestgrove. Watch the location on this one. No doubt about it. The batter for the Tigres is Ruben Delgadillo. Change-up floats in just a little bit high. Hard grounder foul up along the left side. We should mention that Masmu, who hit for Hunter, who was playing second base to start, he's given way to Gonzalo, so looks like he'll finish the game at second base in place of Hunter. Change up misses way upstairs. 2-1. Hard grounder up the middle, no chance to get that one. Coming on to field it is Inoka. He'll get the ball back in. Good piece of hitting. Watch the replay here. Not especially hard hit, just in the right place. Right up the middle, so he's aboard with a single. And to the 9 spot we go to Jonathan Cardona. Cardona shows bunt, but it's foul. Shows bunt again, can't hold up. It's in for a called strike or a swinging, regardless of the variety. Bestgrove ahead now 0-2. Remakey in from third, about 3 steps against the choked up Cardona. Full swing, tries to check it, but he can't hold up. And he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 10 for Bestgrove. 2 outs in the inning. Back to the top of the order to Panuelas. Panuelas 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out and grounded to third. Bounces that one. Mullins knocks it down, but can't do anything about the runner advancing. There you see the replay. Got his body in front of it, kept it in front of him, but going down to second base easily on that one is Delgadillo. Penuelas swings out of his shoes and comes up empty on that one. A ball and a strike. Change up away for a ball. Bestgrove taking a long look at the sign. Now he's got it. 2-1 pitch to Penuelas. Misses away. 3 balls. 3-1. Just missing off the plate. Bestgrove wanted that one. Just missing off the edge, so aboard with a walk is Penuelas. Still down at second base, Ruben Delgadillo, and the batter will be Alan Osuna. Mullins is going to go out and have a quick word with his young left-hander. Just a quick chat, I'm guessing probably just to tell him to keep his focus, keep throwing strikes. Sometimes you get spotted to a big lead and it's easy to let your concentration drift a bit. Back on the beam, here's the pitch from Bestgrove, misses upstairs. So I think they got the appeal on that. 1-1 is the count. Swing and a miss late on that one. Good location by Bestgrove. Swing and a miss, foul tip held on by Nick Mullins. So Bestgrove gets out of a little trouble here in the top half of the 5th inning for the Tigres in the inning. No runs, a hit, a couple of men left at end of 4 1/2. It's still 6-0 Gremlins. We'll be back with more right after this. Home half of the 5th inning for the Gremlins. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in their batting order. That's Zenon Winters, Cole Evans, and Brian Avery. Gremlins on top in this one, 6-0 here in the 5th. The New York Gremlins are 7-time winners of this USA Softball Men's National Championship. They won their first back in 2011, won it again in 2012. Kubat's pitch to Winters, taken for a call strike on the outside edge. So they won it 2011, 2012, then again 2016, 17, and 18. So they had 3 in a row, and then came back again and won it in 2021 and 2022. So in this year, trying to make it a 3 in a row in their bid for their 8th national championship. The Clearwater Bombers from another era holding the record with 10 national championships. High hopper, that one's going to go foul over on the right side. Lucas Kubat on in relief of Juan Pepe for the Tigres. Set down the Gremlins in order in the first inning of batters he faced. Showing some finesse, some nice change-ups. Working the good location. Did the lefty from the Czech Republic. Swing and a miss. Winters down on strike, so 4 in a row for young Lucas Kubat. There's the replay on Winters. Up and out of the zone. Good movement on that one away from the lefty Winters. Here's Cole Evans. Evans with a 2-run homer tonight. That came against the starter Pepe. He looks at a beautiful changeup in for a called strike. Lined into the gap in right center field. That one's going to go all the way to the fence. Evans around first and steaming into second with a stand-up double. Just went the other way with it. Hard hit ball, and Evans aboard with a leadoff, or with a one-out double. Evans 2 for 3 on the night now, homer and a double. Here's Brian Avery. He had a single back in the second, came around to score one of those 6 runs. In for a call, strike on the inside part. Good location from the lefty Kubat. Cole Evans looking on from second base. High pop foul over on the right side, giving chase. Good effort by Osuna. A little slide attempt, not able to catch up with it though. Kubat came into the game initially no pressure, I guess, in the sense that his team was already down by 6. But at this point, with a potential run rule threatening, really needs to bear down and get an out. It's a 6-0 margin. Avery could end it. 1-2 pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate. Just missed with that one. Good location. Two and two to Brian Avery. Corners back, maybe a step from behind the bag. Little lazy changeup, misses downstairs, so the count runs full on Brian Avery. Blake Hunter, I believe, back out on deck, so it looks like he will be back in the batting order. 3-2 pitch. Misses inside. Avery aboard with a walk. So after setting down 4 Gremlins in a row, including a strikeout to start the inning, gives up the double to Evans and now a walk to Avery, and Kubat in a bit of trouble. Blake Hunter re-entering the game in place of Gonzalo Masmu. Hunter with his 7th home run of the season this morning. Good power. We talked about his propensity for not only driving in runs, but extra base hits. He's got 11 hits on the year, and 10 of them for extra bases, 3 doubles and 7 home runs. Misses off the plate does Kubat. Hunter could end the game here with 1 swing. Swing and a foul tip. Good view of the field from the drone being piloted by our friend Luciano Lofrano. Beautiful night here in Mankato, Minnesota. Temperatures cooled off, not quite so humid either tonight. Wish we could have it this way all night long, all day long. 1-1 pitch to Hunter, missing away. Temperatures today in the high 80s, but it's the humidity that makes it feel hotter than it is. Not as hot as some places around the country, but warm enough. Misses inside with a ball. So Lucas in a bit of trouble here. 2 runners aboard and behind against Hunter, 3-1. That's not the count you want to work to Blake on. The 3-1 pitch from the lefty. In for a called strike, 3-2. Avery at first, Evans at second base, 2 out. Excuse me, 1 out. Shallow center field, coming on to make the catch is Cardona. Runners will stay. Hunter just got underneath it a little bit. So the fly out for the second out of the inning, it'll be Nick Mullins. Up to Mullins to try and get the runners home. Mullins a ground out and a walk on the night. 0 for 1. Missing away off the plate outside. In for a called strike, a little extra velocity on that pitch from Kubat. Paints the outside edge against Mullins. So they counted 1-1. Upstairs, taken for a ball, 2-1. The winner of this game will advance to a 2 p.m. game tomorrow, 2 p.m. local time. That's Central time. Taking on the winner of the Bear Creek Express Circle Tap game. That's number 4 ranked versus number 5 ranked on the other field behind us. Kubat's 2-1 pitch to Mullen. Foul over on the right side, a little late. Pretty good contact on the swing by Mullins, though. So deuces wild here in Mankato. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on for the Gremlins. That one gets to the screen over to third. Heads up base running by Cole Evans. Avery stays put over at first, so it's runners at the corners. Not sure if maybe Kubat and Sanchez got crossed up on that, as if he was looking for a different pitch than the one thrown by Kubat. Regardless, the end result is that the runner's now at the corners, and it's a 3-2 count on Mullins. Swing and a miss on a beautiful changeup by the lefty. Sanchez throw down to first to make sure of the out. Side retired, and Lucas Kubat doing a good job for the Tigres of pitching out of trouble here in the fifth. 6-0. We'll be back with the Tigres sixth right after this. Top half of the sixth inning for the Tigres. Early getting late for OMMA. It'll be their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That's Flores, Durazo, and Menchaca. Flores 0 for 1 in the night, had a walk, but did not score back in the fourth inning. Want to say a quick hello to Bob and Chris Neidick, grandparents of Greg Neidick, who's doing all the fine work for the Gremlins on Game Changer. That's the live scoring app that lets you follow along right with us. And with a moment, we'll also say thank you to all 3 Gregs on this Gremlin team. Greg Leather, the skipper, Greg Hicks, the coach, and Greg Neidick, as we mentioned, doing the Game Changer. The 3 Gregs working hard behind the scenes for the team. Little lazy ground ball. Cole Evans makes easy work of it over to Ochoa for the 6-3 put out. 1 out in the inning for the Tigres. The Tigres have actually gotten to a point in the game that lately not a lot of teams have, and that is the 6th inning. Lots of run rule victories by the Gremlins. Juanjo Pepe pitched well through the first time through the batting order, surrendering just 1 run. But the home run by Remakey put him behind the 8 ball. Kubat has pitched very well in relief, but the score still at 6-0. Daniel Durazo at the plate for the Tigres. So 3-0 now. Splits the uprights with that one for a 3-1 count. In again for a called strike. Bestgrove, we mentioned, a very good strikeout to walk ratio. Started the day with 108 strikeouts in 50+ innings. Foul over on the left side. Swing and a miss. Looked like it took a little bit off of that one. Down on strikes goes Durazo. Strikeout number 12 on the night for Bestgrove. It'll bring up Carlos Menchaca. Menchaca walked and struck out. Shows bunt, gets down a good one. It'll be Mullins to pick it up, but no play. Beautiful bunt, no chance of getting him down at first base. Watch the replay on this. Ball just dies in the soft sand around home plate. Too far away for Mullins. Too far away for Remakey, and aboard with a single is Menchaca. Here's Jesus Cardona. A couple of strikeouts on the night for him. Good hard one on the outside edge from Bestgrove. Little extra zip on that pitch. Missing upstairs for a ball. Swing and a miss right on by him with that one. A little extra. Swing and a miss late is Cardona. Down on strikes he goes, side retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 13 on the night now for Jack Bestgrove. We'll be back with the home half of the 6th inning right after this. Home half of the 6th inning for the Gremlins. Back to the top of the shop. It'll be Matthew Waugh, Jerome Remakey, and Ben Inoka. 6-0 Gremlins in this one. Kubat's pitch sails to the backstop. Matthew Waugh, 1 for 3 on the night, scored a run back in the 2nd inning, came around to score on that 3-run homer off the bat of Jerome Remakey. That plus the 2-run homer by Evans, the big part of the offense on the evening for the New York squad. In for a called strike. Changeup sails outside for a ball. He has used the changeup very effectively against the Gremlins on the evening, keeping his team in the ball game. Foul over on the left side, out of play. Not the pitch that Matthew was looking for, just making a little bit of contact. So the count 2-2. Little flare, shallow left field coming on is Panuelas. Trying to take a long look in the corner. Looks like he did get to it. That one's just out of our line of sight over there. See the defense converging. Matthew coming off, so the catch and the out is recorded. 1 out in the inning. Jerome Remakey will step in. Remakey with the big blast tonight, the 3-run homer back in that second inning. That turned a 1-0 game into a 4-0 game at the time. Want to say a quick hello to Patricia Manley. Patricia, one of the regular Gremlin viewers, battling cancer back home. Nobody fights alone. Want you to know that we are right there with you. All of the members of the Gremlin family. Hard one down the line. It'll go right to first base. And just beating out Remakey on the foot race is Ruben Delgadillo. Watch the replay. Nice glove work down there. Flagged it down, then realized that Remakey was right at the bag. Had to hustle to get the out. Here you see it in slow motion. Good glove work by the big fellow over there at first base. Gets to the bag just in time. Here's Benny Noka with 2 out. Missing downstairs with a ball. Missing away with a ball. Want to say hello to Ben's brother Thomas, nursing a season-ending injury back home. Lays off the changeup downstairs for a ball, so 3-0 on Ben. And that one, about a 28-foot drop. That one's skipping a hop up to the plate. And Inoka with another walk. He'll be aboard with 2 out. So with Inoka down at first, it'll be Eric Ochoa to step in. Eric with 3 RBI this morning and an RBI double back in the first. He drove in the first run of the game for the Gremlins. And at this point, really the only run that the Gremlins may need if they can hold on through 7. But it's a 6th spot on the board. Kubat, the 1-0 pitch to Ochoa, misses away, 2-0. Foul tip off the screen, just missed that one. A little bit late. I guess late with Ochoa is a relative term. He does like to go the other way with it, so generally seems to be hitting with the ball back in the zone across the plate a bit. That one just missing inside. 2-1. Three and one, excuse me. Swing and a miss. Late on that one, a little foul down the line. So the count full on Ochoa. Foul straight back to the screen. We'll do it again. Three balls, two strikes to Eric Ochoa. Lays off the changeup, and he'll draw a walk. So after getting the first two batters in the inning, now a pair of walks, one to Inoka, another to Ochoa. Pretty good spot for it, but with three balls, just a little bit too far off the plate. Here's Zenon Winters. Winters laced to left field. That one's going to hit the fence on a hop. Coming around third to score is Inoka. And that will be the ball game. Run rule victory for the Gremlins. Nice piece of hitting by Winters, just going the other way with it. So the score, final score here, 7-0. New York Gremlins over the OMMA Tigres. And with that win, the Gremlins have now won 27 games in a row since dropping their first game of the season way back in June in Ontario, Canada. 27 wins in a row. That eclipses the Major League Baseball record held by the 1916 New York Giants, a different New York team. The record now belongs to the Gremlins. They'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. They'll take on the winner of Bear Creek and Circle Tap. We'll be back on the Gremlins Network with that broadcast. Hope you can plan to spend the day with us. 2 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be back with the fine folks at Softball Premier TV. Luciano Lofrano and his wife Carol doing all the camera work here today. Happy that you could join us today. We'll be back with more. You've been watching the 2023 USA Softball Men's Major National Championship. I'm Jim Flanagan. We'll see you tomorrow.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball Premier.